What's up, y'all? Schildhouse here. Welcome back to the F122 MyTeam career. We've got the French Grand Prix on tap today. Last time out it was the Austrian Grand Prix. We had the sprint race and then the feature race. We finished 11th. We've gotten really good at finishing 11th, which when you're the second worst car on the grid in F1, I guess 11th isn't too bad. But it's, at the same time, it's like, man, we're so close to getting points. But I'm trying to be realistic with this. We shouldn't be finishing in the points with the second worst car. We probably shouldn't even be finishing 11th. But our car's been pretty decent when we've taken it out to the racetrack. Pretty decent. Not a lot to do this week. But at the end of the last episode, of course, made a big change to the team. And that was with our teammate. As you can see, our new teammate is Jack Aiken. We said goodbye to Christian Lundgaard. Christian just wasn't getting it done. He just wasn't good. Struggled a lot. Really didn't drive up to my level. Certainly with what the car was capable of. So we let him go and bring in Jack Aiken, who was my teammate in the last game, in the F1 2021 MyTeam career. We had Jack driving our second car. So good to have him back. Finished out this season. We'll see how he does. I mean, he can't do any worse, right? It's a pretty low bar, buddy. I believe in you. Now, we don't have enough R&D points to develop anything. We don't have enough money to do anything to our facilities. So I got some stuff. We got reaction training for Jack to help out his focus a little bit. A couple other items, but other than that, we're going to roll right into the French Grand Prix. No upgrades coming before this race either. We do have a marketing department event. Well, let's see what they want. The final of the official F1 esports series. And the organizers are very keen to raise its profile. They've sent some feelers out asking whether we'd be interested in a deal to have Jack Aiken attend and help host the event. So if we send him, he gets 750 acclaim but loses 7 of his racecraft. Or we just say, sorry, we're not sending Jack Aiken to go watch Jarno Ottmeier win for the 50,000th time. I don't really want him to lose 7 racecraft. That seems like a bad deal. So, sorry. Have fun with your esports. We won't be there. Moving on, we've got, stuff, things, cool. And a Pirelli hot lap. Ugh, I'm so sick of these. I don't even want to do them anymore. I really don't. I think I'm just going to skip it. It doesn't matter anymore. I just want to drive F1 cars, okay? Is that all right? Well, it's the Circuit Paul Ricard. This race is usually a snooze fest. I'll be curious to see how our car gets around there. Probably going to get our doors beat off of us. We don't have doors, but you know what I mean.
Welcome along then to France, one of the great racing meccas, host of the world-famous Tour de France, and widely thought of as giving birth to the art of motor racing in the late 1800s. How far we've come since then as this year's race gets underway. It's time, of course, for the French Grand Prix. 6 lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the Circuit Paul Ricard, and a lap covers an overall distance of 3.6 miles. Average speeds will be somewhere in the region of 142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral Straight at around 205 miles per hour. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Russell, Lando Norris and Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Ocon and Yuki Tsunoda. Hamilton, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Mick Schumacher, Alex Albon and Bottas, Vettel, Sainz, Lance Stroll and Cowboy, Aitken, Joe, Magnussen, they've taken a grid penalty, and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And joining me again for the race today, Natalie Pinkham. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to power unit component changes. It's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be, it's about effective damage limitation.
Okay, this is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix, so let's give them a race worth watching.
Well, if they gave me an engine worth racing, then I could give them a race worth watching. How about that? Hello and welcome to the grid here for the French Grand Prix. We move up a couple of spots, qualified 20th. We're going to start 18th because of some grid penalties. A lot of grid penalties for guys in the field, but yeah, we're slow. No surprise there. What'd you expect? We're the second worst car in Formula One, and this is one of the biggest power tracks on the whole schedule, maybe aside from Monza. That's yeah. So, yeah, no real surprise that we're slow. Let's take a look at the strategy. I think this is the strategy we're going to do. Mediums to hards. Most of the field starting on mediums, and we're just going to be slow anyway. So I'll take out the tire grip off the rip that I can get. Let's get this over with. All right, here we go for the French Grand Prix. Let's do it. What a terrible start. Collision with Guan Yu. He ran into me. We just got snookered by Latifi. Heck. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Not bad. Made it up. Got the fast-ass Ferrari of Sainz. Oh, brother. Yeah, ain't no way we're going to hang with Sainz. No way we're going to hang with him. Ferrari's way too fast for us. But we're back to where we started in 18th. Kind of a sweaty start, not going to lie. But we made it work. Oh, my Lord. Guan Yu hits pit road. Was that from when he ran into me on the start? That's like a him problem, not a me problem. I think we're going to have DRS on the backstretch here, unless I really fuck this section up. But we're holding serve here. It's not bad.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Not great, but not bad. If we can hang in this DRS train, we might be all right. Could be our saving grace today. We got a lineup of Stroll, Bottas, Sainz, me, and Magnussen all in a DRS train here. Unfortunately, Jack fell out of the DRS train. But, I mean, I'm not surprised. Our car sucks. It is not good for this type of track. We didn't have any upgrades after Austria, like none. So, yeah. Got a lot of upgrades in the works now, but doesn't help me today. I don't know how much longer we're going to hold on to this one. We are just slow. Very slow. Here we go. Sainz and Bottas going at it. Sainz gets it done. And the train keeps on a-moving. Looks like Sainz is making a move on Stroll, too. Sainz is so fast. He's finally been sprung. He's going to drive away from us. Oh! Not so fast as Lance Stroll. Sainz was sideways. Stroll was fighting him. Okay. Oh, they're side by side again. That's not going to work, boys. Sainz with the slide job. Got it done. Magnussen around the outside? No. That ain't going to work. That is not going to work. Stroll's got to be the slow, link in this whole train, right? It's got to be him. Obviously, Sainz is going to pull away from all of us now. I would imagine. Ferrari's got to be strong enough for him to drive away by himself. Oh, caution. Holy shit, what a send from Magnussen. I don't know what the caution was for.
Green flag.
Yeah, I mean, Magnussen's passing me in a yellow flag situation, which he shouldn't be allowed to do. I don't know. I checked up because it was a yellow. And I got taken advantage of pretty badly. Now, I've been playing a lot of that F1 Manager 22 game. I haven't touched this game in a little while. I've been enjoying the F1 Manager game.
Still looking good.
It's really fun. I took over Haas. And I'm probably halfway through the season or something like that. It's fun. I mean, there's so many elements of that game that make this game look terrible. And there's also some elements of that game that make this game look really good. But I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with F1 Manager. I enjoy it. I think the presentation is good for the most part. How in-depth it is really fun. And as I play that game, it makes me realize just how many basic things are missing from this game. Like the ability to harvest your ERS. Instead of deploying it, harvest it. Can't do that in this game. So it'd be cool to have little things like that that are true to the, real life in the game. Oh my God, Magnussen, for the love of God. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it. That's probably going to cost us DRS here. Nope, we got it. Barely. But yeah, I enjoy the game. I think it's fun. I think it's good. I think it needs some work. Some stuff like ERS and tire compounds are a little wonky. Needs some love. But overall, I think it's a good product. I don't have anything wrong to say, or anything bad to say about it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's very addicting. I'll give it that. It is very addicting. Let's pit. Oh, just barely got to the pit road speed. That was a late decision, but we got there. All right, we're going to put on the hard tires. But our whole DRS train is pitting, so that's a plus. Let's hit the button here. Optimal.
There seems to have been a problem attaching the left front wheel.
Come on.
Put that behind us though. And
Go! God damn it.
that was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Well, fucking rip. There goes our DRS train. God, I'm so upset. Ah! I did not need that. I needed a flawless pit stop to stay with these guys. And what did I get? I got a dicked up pit stop instead. Typical. Now I'm going to ride around by myself for fucking 15 laps. Way cool.
The car behind you is just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind
Thank you.
Hard tyres.
Well, that's us in 19th now, 4.5 seconds behind Magnussen because of the pit road fuck up. Thank you, pit crew. Very cool. Wish I had my NASCAR Thunder 04 pit crew. They don't make mistakes usually. Ah!
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 5.9 seconds.
Thank you. I can see that. Very easy to see.
Stand by. We see a problem our end and we're looking into it.
What kind of problem? Are we blowing up? Is it terminal? Did we lose another component? If I DNF from this race, I won't even be mad. Come on. Give me the update, buddy. Yep.
Critical. Find somewhere to retire as soon as possible. We can't risk you carrying on.
We'll be seeing ya.
I repeat,
Fuck this
find
track.
somewhere to retire the car immediately. It's too dangerous to stay on track.
Fuck this track. Never again. This track is coming off the schedule in Season 2. We're doing a custom schedule. This track is coming off. We are never running the French Grand Prix again. Ever. And that's 2 DNFs in the last 4 races. Ah! Oh my God, man. Like, put me out of my misery, honestly. I don't even care at this point. That race wasn't going anywhere.
French Grand Prix comes to an end.
It didn't matter. It just didn't matter. Our car was so bad at this track. That sucked. Like, I'm fine with the DNF. I'll be curious to see what part failed.
Out of the track was.
Because we had pretty fresh parts
Sounds like an awfully
all the way through.
fast car.
And remember, at the start of this race, like, oh, remember, this is our engine manufacturer's home race. A lot of good that did. Thanks. Max Verstappen gets the win. Yeah, Perez second. Leclerc. Norris. Max Verstappen wins from pole. His teammates right there in second. Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo. Alonso, Hamilton, Sainz up from 16th to 8th. Golly. Gasly and Ocon are the rest of the points getters. Yuki, Mick Schumacher, Vettel, Albon, Stroll, Magnussen, Bottas, Latifi. Jack finishes 19th. Exactly where he started. Joe Guan Yu, George Russell DNF'd, and we finished last with our DNF. Whatever. Well, we got our DRS activation mechanism upgrade in. Got 2 more upgrades that should be coming in here as well. Thankfully, we'll be taking an upgraded car to Hungary. We got personnel department thing. Let's see what they want.
The personnel department has requested your input on this.
A new version of our simulation software has been released, contains a number of exciting features that would really benefit our drivers. But it's not covered under our existing license, and the upgrade is quite expensive. Who made it? EA? Should we go ahead with the purchase? $20,000. But plus 7 racecraft for Jack. Yeah, take my money.
Thanks for handling.
Here's Charlie checking in. Looks like mechanical fault happened. Research and development says we've received the following reward of 0. Internal combustion engines, what failed? That was, I think, basically a fresh internal combustion engine, too, going into that weekend. So now we get to take a new one, which means we're going to take an engine or a grid penalty going into Hungary, which is literally the hardest track to pass on in the game. Awesome. Here's our standings coming out of France. Sergio Perez is the points leader still over Leclerc and Verstappen, Sainz and Russell. We got Hamilton, Alonso, Norris, Ocon, and Ricciardo. Gasly, Tsunoda, Schumacher, Magnussen, Bottas. We're 16th with 2 points. Vettel, Stroll all have 1. and those guys don't have any. On the constructors side, Red Bull continues to lead the way over Ferrari. Mercedes is third. You got Alpine, McLaren, AlphaTauri, Haas, Alfa Romeo, and we're still tied with Aston Martin for ninth with 2. Well, that'll do it for this episode. What an absolute joke. Awful. I hate the French Grand Prix. I hate that track. Our car hates that track, and we DNF'd. And we had a terrible pit stop, too. So I'm glad I spent my time doing this. This was fun. Well, we got 2 upgrades coming up, the streamlined suspension arms and the crankshaft. Lord knows we're going to need those, and all the help we can get when we go to the Hungarian Grand Prix in the next episode. But if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you let me know. Leave a big old thumbs up on the video. A like helps me out, and it helps the channel out, helps the video perform better. You're doing me a solid when you hit that like button, so thank you. Leave some comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to watch this series or my NASCAR Thunder 04 series. Love to see you around for future episodes around here on the channel. Big shout out to the members out there. Y'all are the real ones. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you in the next episode for the Hungarian Grand Prix. What's up, y'all? Schildhouse here. Welcome back to the NASCAR Thunder 04 career. Trying to get a couple of episodes done before I take off for Daytona. I forgot it was a short week. We race on Friday. It's a one-day show. We're leaving tomorrow morning early. 10-hour drive down to Daytona. We're not flying. That's just small team things. We don't take a plane. We drive as a team. Got 2 vans, load up, and head down to Daytona to race on Friday. And then we'll leave Saturday morning and come back. But I want to try to get a couple episodes out, if possible, while I'm gone, just because it's been a little while since we played this game. We're getting down to it. We got 5 races left, right? Yeah, 5 races left in Season 4. We won last time at Kansas on a big fuel mileage gamble. Saving fuel, we ended up winning, and we have cut Dale Jr.'s lead a lot. How much? I don't remember. I think it's under 10 points. Let's take a look. It is under 10 points. It's 9. 9 points separates us from Dale Earnhardt Jr. It has been a big turnaround over the last 2 races. 5 races to go. 9 points. Yeah, this is doable. We're racing at Charlotte. That's a Speedway. We've got 2 Speedway chassis. They're identical. So we'll take chassis 15. Sounds good. Engine shop, same story, right? Yeah, basically the same story here. Take engine 13, and in the body shop, 2 Speedway bodies. Just take the best thing we got. Body 15, come on. That's car rating of 82. We know what we can do with that. We got this paint scheme. It's basic, but it's clean. I like it. Like the light brown, the cream, and the blue. Sharp. I like it. Let's take it to the track. See how we do. All right, here we go for qualifying. Can we get pole number 25? 25 poles is what we're after here. We can get it done, which we probably will. I was thinking back to the spring race, the Coke 600. I don't really remember that race, but I think we absolutely killed everyone. If memory serves correctly, we absolutely dominated that race. I don't see any reason why we can't do the same thing today. I hit a 28.6 in practice. Let's see what we pull out of our ass here. Car's driving great. Feels good. Plenty of speed. There's a wall out there. Just in case y'all were curious, there is a wall. Yeah. Should be great. Is it a pole?
Pole position, great job.
25 in Season 4. Rack it up.
Coming to you live from the Mecca of Motorsports, Lowe's Motor Speedway, for tonight's NASCAR Winston Cup Series race, the UAW GM Quality 500. This is an awesome facility, isn't it?
A lot of these teams are based in this area, and this is a 2,000-acre dream come true for any NASCAR fan. I don't think there's a bad seat anywhere in this place. and there's always great racing to go along with it.
The Aaron's car seems to always finish in the top 10.
Oh yeah, to have an average finish in the top 10 for the season is mighty impressive. It can often be the difference that wins championships.
Ron Hornaday really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
And how frustrating must that be? You're working just as hard as everyone else, yet you just can't seem to finish well on race days and gain the valuable points you need. Those guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
All right, here we go from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 5 races left in Season 4. How big of a chomp can we take out of Dale Jr.'s points lead? And, of course, there he is on the front row right next to us. It's all right. It's only 9 points. He can finish second all he wants. As long as I'm winning races, it don't matter. We got our lap led. Let's be honest. We're going to lead a lot of laps today. Ooh, he's coming with a run, Dale Jr. No. No. Putting our sails in the wind. Give me that 5 bonus points. Come on.
Good job. We got our 5 points.
Yeah.
Keep that lead.
That's what I'm talking about right there. All right. Let's hit our stride and start pulling away. Oh, man. My apologies for sort of the delay between this race and the Kansas race. I didn't mean to let so many days go by without putting out another NASCAR Thunder video. I've been putting out the F1 videos. You guys have been seeing that. If you're into that stuff, I've been pumping those out. Got a couple more that I've recorded that I haven't edited yet. Trying to get that series going and finish off Season 4 here. Just a lot of things going on, and with this week being a short week, just didn't really have any days to sit down and play until tonight. I was like, well, shit. We're hitting the road at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Might as well get 1 or 2 recorded here. I can record, or I can edit in the van. Got my external hard drive. I can just edit while we hit the road. 10 hours is a lot of time. Think of how many videos I could edit in 10 hours from Charlotte down to Daytona. But I'm excited to get down there. I have never been to Daytona. Never been to the racetrack. Never been to the area. I've been to Homestead. But I've never been to Daytona. So I'm excited to see that. Obviously, it's Daytona, man. It's special. So to finally see it, it's going to be very cool. Hoping for a really good day for our 2 drivers. We got Sage Karam and Caesar Baccarella driving our 2 cars this weekend. And put up a prayer. We bring both cars home in one piece. No big wreck, maybe a top 20 out of both of them. That would be great. But it's Daytona. Anything can happen. I'm just really hopeful, man. We had such a strong week last weekend at Watkins Glen. I was up there spotting for Anthony Alfredo for the last time. I won't spot him anymore. I was spotting in the S's. So I had a really good view of the Allgaier wreck. That was right in front of me. And, of course, the 44, the 45, and Anthony were all nose to tail right behind that wreck. So I about shit myself when I saw that. Got on the radio telling Anthony, wrecking at the top of the hill, stay right, stay right, stay right. Hoping Allgaier was going to bounce back across the track. But Anthony finished 18th. Had a couple of issues throughout the race and just not a great day. But I was really proud of the Alpha Prime cars. Our cars were really good. Stephen Parsons did a hell of a job in the 44 car. He finished 12th. And Josh Balicki did a good job in the 45 as well. Finished in 17th. That's the first ever time Alpha Prime racing cars have both finished in the top 20. So there's a bit of history, a bit of trivia for you. Watkins Glen 2022, Alpha Prime's first double top 20. Hopefully we can have another one this weekend, Friday, Daytona. Let me know if y'all are going to be at Daytona, man. You got garage access or whatever. You know where to find me.
Fuel is at half.
All right. Good to know. Fuel's at half. We really, I think we split this into thirds. We'll pit at lap like 27 or 28. And that should get us all the way home on a two-stopper. I mean, we're almost 7 seconds ahead of Dale Jr., but look at how far ahead Dale Jr. is from third. Like, you're telling me... You can't tell me there isn't something up with this game where Dale Jr. is that OP compared to every other AI car.
Keep an eye on it.
What is that all about? Like, I know I'm OP, but Dale Jr. compared to the rest of the field, he's 4 seconds ahead of second. That's a little sus. I mean, everyone else is really close together. Just look at the mini-map. All the dots really, really close together. Except for me and Dale Jr. We're just otherworldly, I guess. Kind of funny. I know a lot of y'all in the comments have been like, oh, Dale Jr. in his usual late season collapse. Very astute observations. That's why I love reading your guys' comments, man. I may not reply to all of them, but I do read all of them. I try to reply to as many as I can. All right? Some I don't feel like replying to. I ain't going to bullshit you. Some I read and I'm just like, I don't have anything to say. But I do read them all, so don't worry if I don't reply to your comment one time or a couple times. I see them. I really do. Because if y'all are going to take the time to comment on the videos, the least I can do is take the time to read them. Now, usually I got something to say, whether it's a witty little comeback or answering a question that you got or something. Usually I got something to say, but not always. But I appreciate when you guys do comment on the videos.
Number 101 is looking high.
Makes me happy to see that stuff.
We're clear.
All right, I think we're going to pit here.
We're on both sides.
I think it's time for us to pit.
Might be time for a new lip rear tire.
45 car, up high.
There we go. Where's pit road start? Somewhere down there. No changes, no adjustments, nothing. Nothing. Car drive good.